Today we're having a look at alternaterouteorganics.com. So right off the bat, I really like your main strap line. Your healthy lifestyle starts here. It's really bold and it's informative and it's welcoming. Lets me know what this website is here for. Good photo selection as well. People are naturally drawn to photos that have people in them. You just want to see if you can maybe load your images from top down rather than from middle out. That'll fix this problem where you have somebody's head slightly cut out of the picture. Another thing to note here, when the website loaded up on this large screen, this chat box thing here, or I guess it's a Facebook Messenger thing, loaded open. I would suggest that you want to load that closed instead, because when I first land on the website, I don't really know what questions I have yet. I need to have a look around and then maybe I'll be prompted to ask a question. There's ways to load something like that, maybe prompted by a little bit of scrolling or even a bit of inactivity on the part of a user, that suddenly this thing can pop out and invite me to engage again. So right beneath the strap line we have a couple of options: supplement bundles, what's in store, shop online. Okay, so you have a couple of products here that people can add to cart right from here. And what's in store simply goes down to this spot here where you have 4 categories of things that you keep physically in your store location. This is helpful. I think it could be improved even if you turn these buttons into a call to action. So rather than simply stating supplement bundles, you might word it simply as shop online. It's got a bit of a directive to it. And similar, what's in store could just say see what's in store. Good pictures here, very descriptive, nice big headings. I think the difference in color from each one is helpful too, kind of sets them apart, each to its own. How can we help? I like this. Steps are really helpful. Step 1, talk to our staff. Step 2, choose your products. Step 1 again. Go home feeling relieved. Step 3, that probably is supposed to be. Really helpful. Steps are a great way to lay out how people can expect to work with you. So this is indicating you're not just an online shop, but you're a group of experts who can actually help people to navigate the alternative kind of foods and other stuff that you have in your store. Really helpful. I like the little images too. Those are, just descriptive. Meet the team. Non-franchise, independent. Yeah, that's good to say. That kind of gets the community behind you. People like that kind of thing, that it's not some big branded store. I think here your personalities are likely a big part of what draws people to you. I notice you do a really good job with your Facebook, social media stuff that you do. There's a lot of fun kind of built into it. I would say make the best use of your personalities by doing a little more with that on your website. A group picture like this is really good. It's really friendly and bright, and seeing people's faces draws the eye. Maybe it'd be worth having a little section, if not individual profiles for each person, maybe something that that says simply, who are we? A little blurb about how each of you got involved with Alternate Route. Reviews. This is great. Social proof kind of stuff is really helpful. It helps people to trust a place that they've never tried before if they see other people that are just like me who are making use of what you're selling. And if you're making Facebook your main thing, which is pretty obvious from the messenger little widget you have, why not be directing people all the more to Facebook with your reviews? Customer appreciation, some deals you have, and then basic contact information. That's good. Okay, let's see what else we have. Supplements. So we have some logos and then a big long list of brand names. So this is helpful here if these are really recognizable brands by your customers. Generally, when you have a lot of content for a page like this, a big long list, it would be more helpful if you gave some thought to the categories of brands that are in here. So we're on a supplements list. Maybe there'd be a way to group these into different kinds of supplements and have the different brands that are provide each different kind of supplement category. Headings have a way of helping people to scan through a page really quickly, because I don't really want to scan and read every single list item here, but if there's headings, I can make really quick use of the page and figure out the type of supplements that I'm after. And then in that case, if you ended up having categories like that, you could even put in some kind of filtered search ability in here. Make it all the faster for people to find the types of brands that they're looking for. Okay, let's see, natural food, organic. I like these images, very helpful to kind of show all the different components of healthy eating that you provide. I think here too, there's more that you could be doing with this page. Maybe if each of these had a short paragraph, maybe a sentence or two is all you would need for each one to briefly describe why each of these things matter. That way, on the homepage, it looked like you were positioning yourselves to be part of the educating work in the city here. And so a page like this would be a great opportunity to be showing what kinds of natural stuff that you've got. Because certainly each of these things says something important about the natural food that you carry, gluten-free, cruelty-free, sugar-free, all that. Be a good opportunity to be educating people on how else they might consider eating. Some may not have imagined that there are other ways to eat beyond the processed stuff that they so commonly have. But here, a quick little paragraph for each would entice somebody maybe to come down to your store and see what exactly these things are. Okay, we have health and beauty. So very similar to the supplements page, I would suggest the same thing. If these are your big hitters up here that people recognize, that's useful. And then below you could have the multiple categories again of the health and beauty products. Because if people are looking for something in particular, headings help them to zone in on it much faster. Bakery. Okay, cool. You've got these are good pictures, nice and bright, and yeah, as expected, it opens up in kind of a light box kind of thing, shaded background, good resolution, really clear. Those are helpful. That's good. And then a list of things. I guess these are things that are commonly available in the store. If you were planning on growing how you offer your stuff online into the future, I think you could make kind of improve what you offer to people here by turning each of these list items into maybe a product page. Even if it's not to be ordered online, but having a page for each of these types of things, you could have a featured photo of it, maybe even list ingredients, especially if people have particular diets they're on. You see you have keto referenced in a couple of these, sugar-free kind of things. You could be listing the ingredients and helping people make their choices, and it's just helpful to know that there's these types of baked goods that you don't have to eat the same old way. Okay, bundles. So this jumped us back to the home page at the Shop Online section, and it looks like we have a couple of these. So let's see what the cart experience is like. Okay, so I press add to cart, and right away we get a little slide out. Yeah, and I can easily remove from there. Simple quantity controls, view cart, checkout. Yeah, and this looks like a pretty standard setup for selling online. Create an account if I want to. That's helpful if I want to return. That's good. Meet the team. Here we jump back to the home page, and okay, so we're just seeing that one area of content again. So yeah, if you were to develop a Meet the Team page, you could have this nice happy picture as your kind of banner thing up at the top. Then you could have a little section for each person with a close-up and a little, maybe the story of how they got involved with Alternate Route. And what do we have left here? Reviews. Okay, that jumps us down to there again. Contact us. Okay, and this is a pretty standard contact form. Name, email, comment. One thing I'm not seeing here is somewhere where you can be telling your story, because especially when you are positioning yourselves to be committed to the community, and you mentioned that you're independent and non-franchised, be a great idea to have a page, something like Our Story, where you can say why we got involved with this type of lifestyle, why we got involved with this type of business. That kind of thing can really help warm someone who previously had no knowledge of you. It's this interesting story of why you're doing what you're doing now, entices them to maybe come downtown and check it out. Along with the Our Story thing, again, this is something you might wish to cultivate down the road, but you could consider running a type of blog where you share different elements of the healthy lifestyle that you're inviting people into, where maybe you can highlight certain products or certain practices, kind of tips for healthy living, that kind of thing. Given that you have a physical presence here in Moose Jaw, you could kind of start to garner yourselves as authorities in healthy living in the city, with a place where you can actually provide the things that people need to actually conduct such a lifestyle. So overall, this is a great foundation for what I think will become a really valuable website over the long term here. Typography is good, really easy to read. You've got nice line height everywhere. Sometimes sites really cramp the words together, and there's no need for that. We're not dealing with magazine pages. We've got forever to scroll. And your image selection is spot on, I think. Nice and clear, people-driven images. That's really important to have. So certainly a few areas to improve, but I think you're off to a really excellent start.